morning and welcome back to the News from the Real World podcast. I'm Quinn.
I'm Jody.
And I'm Atitra.
This week we're starting it off with a little gadget article.
Yeah,
You got the gadget article this week, Jody. Tell us all about it.
So TSA and so this article is called TSA Ready Leatherman PS and Hale. Student pick from coolmaterial.com by Ben Dahl. So basically, it was a really short article with just some images of this new Leatherman tool that they've kind of made to be kosher with the TSA and pass new security. And based on like the student comments, there's kind of a lot of general skepticism about whether or not it would actually pass through TSA. But some general enthusiasm for like it being a great idea if it works.
It's meant for your like snowboard.
I thought that was really weird that it's intended for snowboarders. Yeah, it is.
It doesn't look like that at all, right?
No, but
it looks like a weapon.
Yeah. I mean, I first saw it, I think something like, I don't know, but not a snowball. It's like something like you can shoot it or like
there was
piercing.
But if you look closely, like there's no edges or sharp.
So that's the thing is it doesn't have a pocket knife. It's needle nose pliers, wire cutters, scissors, tweezers, screwdrivers, a nail file, and it's on a carabiner.
And it's got a beer opener.
Yeah, it's got a beer opener.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
So there's technically no blades, and there was some comments in the on the blog about how, well, what's the point of having a Leatherman if you don't have a knife?
Yeah, completely. And I defy anybody to walk through airport screening and not get stopped or that have it looked at and probably confiscated.
This happened to me recently because I carry a Leatherman on me all the time and I just forgot and I totally passed it through security at the Atlanta airport.
Wow.
And
Whoa.
You could have.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible, but I got to Florida and I got to my grandma's house and I was like, oh wow,
Safe.
I still have my Leatherman.
You could have knifed someone.
And then, what was really a problem was I was like, oh great, now I have to get it home. Like, am I going to get lucky enough to pass the security twice?
So did you send it or did you
Nope.
at your grandma?
Risked it.
You
I
risked
risked
it?
it.
You got through?
I got through twice. I got home. I got
Our
home.
TSA at work. Dangerous individual right
letting
here.
through blonde terrorists.
Don't
yes.
let this lady on the plane.
Please.
So Frank says, I suppose this is useful for technicians on the road and those in jurisdictions that prevent them from carrying pocket knives. Well put,
Or
Frank.
snowboarders, I
Or
guess.
snowboarders.
Yeah, excellent. Hey, what did you think, Atitra? Do you snowboard?
Never in my life. I just like, I
Me
should
neither.
try.
Alright.
But then I should try to carry that TSA thing and pass the security first.
Yeah.
I should try that. I didn't do
Yeah,
that
just
twice.
for
I'll
fun.
let you know what happened.
Yeah, let me, please.
There you go.
Alright.
Moving on. We have a little
Moving on.
production design thing.
Yes,
Take it away.
moreover, product design. US is the future. This is editor pick from fastcodesign.com by Rick Wise. So Rick White is the CEO of Lippincott. So he gives us like 5 things you can do to make experience innovation happen. I mean, like basically, like today you can see like any new product innovations that occur like every day nowadays. Like see like television, for example, or iPod, iPad, iPhone, or whatever. Like once someone has created it, others start to like.
Oh yeah,
do the
everyone
same
copies
thing,
it.
like, copies it. They got
The
the
technology, you
latest.
can't.
Yes.
You can't keep it under
Yes.
wraps.
I mean, it's not only like technology. It's like everything, right? Once someone has created it, everybody's copied and make money of that. Result in like, from what they thought is gonna like increase their revenues when everybody do the same thing.
Yeah, they did something like what was it? There was an interesting statistic that costs have gone up by 5%, but profits have only gone up by 1%.
1% or under.
Yeah.
Yes. So like what they come up with is that, well, instead of like creating a new innovation, what about thinking of like the context, like something like other than like the innovation itself. So like this product, for example, they give an example about like Nike.
Yeah.
It used to be like sneakers,
Right. No,
Right?
but
It
it's
shouldn't
the
be-
total. Yeah,
It's
but
the total package.
it's the total
Right.
branding of it and
Yes.
the total consuming experience
Yes.
of going to the Nike store,
Yes.
picking out the shoe,
It's
being over there.
something, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
some, basically all about marketing strategies.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just so cool.
I have a
like-
friend. This article made me think of a friend of mine who basically invented something
Uh-huh.
and got the patent on it,
Uh-huh.
but instead of like producing it and publishing it, he went to people's competitors and he was going to put out of business with this and sold it to them. And he made more money by selling something that wasn't going to put these people out of business.
Wow.
Oh, that's
It was-
cool.
Yeah. So now he's got like a gag on him, but he's being paid to do nothing.
Wow.
You
Well,
know?
I guess that's the American
Wow.
dream.
Isn't that
So actually, so it made me think of this article. This article made me think of him.
It made me think of Apple, actually.
Yeah.
And how it's not just the thing itself, it's the
No,
whole, it's
yeah.
going
It's
to the store, it's
it's
the
part
experience
of the
of
life,
consuming
like-
that
Yeah.
and being in that club. Yeah.
Well,
And
it
going
used
to
to.
their weird church-like stores.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I have to admit it is true.
I hate how the
Yeah.
stores have evolved. I'll be honest. Like I used to think it was really great because I would just buy something at an exclusive place, and then like whenever I needed help, and now you have to pay to belong in order to get the help you need, and I just hate that whole system.
Yeah.
Screw you, Apple.
Oh, but then I mean, it
Love the
helps
products.
in many ways. Like myself, when I was reading this article, I was thinking of something like back at home. There was like, do you know the car Lexus?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yes. So like, I don't know about here, but like in Thailand, we have like this car service for Lexus. It used to be like just a normal, and people like don't go there that often. But then one day they came up with this idea, like this advertisement saying that when you came here, Lexus car service, you're gonna experience an extraordinary experience by like while you were sitting there, our like repair guys, they always listen to this classical music all the time. So
Huh.
they can repair and like fix your car while listening to this classical music, and it can be something like extraordinary. And you can like while you're waiting, we're gonna serve you some like tea and coffee and all the stuff. And I don't know, so some reason they made this very like high and very exclusive kind of
Certainly.
advertisement.
Part of the
Yeah.
club.
And strange enough, like they can get like
People bought into it.
a lot of customers
Huh.
who started to like, oh my god, I need to go there. It was like totally marketing strategy.
What did the readers think, teacher?
I don't know. Can we just move on?
Yeah, sure. We
thing.
can move on,
We
teacher.
can move on. Quiz.
Yes, I snagged the movie article this week, as I always do.
As you always do.
Yeah, I got first dibs. This is from movies.com. It's a student pick by Mike Bracken entitled Coolest Movie Sets Ever. How they filmed that Inception hallway scene. Do you about seen
Yeah,
the movie
yeah.
Inception? We were talking about
Yeah.
this
I feel like we
recently.
got more details from the stunts thing we talked about last week about this same stunt than we did from this article.
I actually appreciated knowing how they filmed it and built that set. I actually thought it was
Yeah,
really
yeah, but
interesting.
I felt like we got more stats about crew members and how long it took and stuff from the article.
Well, this was more like the whole
Yeah, okay.
overarching idea. What I thought was coolest was how they, all right, in the movie Inception, there's this big fight between Joseph Gordon-Levitt and some other dude in this hotel hallway, and it's part of the dream within a dream sequence, which
Within a
makes
dream
no
within a
sense to me.
dream.
I defy
Within a
anybody
dream within a
to
dream.
make sense of that whole movie. But this sequence is exceptional. And I thought it was really cool how they built this whole revolving set, kind of, which was inspired by the 2001 A Space Odyssey
Odyssey,
set
yeah.
of the centrifuge.
And
Yeah, amazing. And I thought the coolest thing I thought was, well, they could either, if they didn't mount the camera, it would look like the room was spinning. But if they mounted the camera, it would stay stationary,
stay-
but everything
around
within
it,
it would
yeah.
keep moving. And I thought was the coolest thing of
Yeah.
that sequence.
Yeah, it made me want to be on set. It
Yeah.
made me want to be on set because you think about the things that they do with cameras now, like the arms and I mean, it's not really new, but It made me want to be. It made me want to be there, be part of it. I
Like,
wanted to see
just
more
see,
backstage,
right?
like behind the scenes
Basically like a
pictures.
big hamster
Yeah.
wheel
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
actors. Yeah.
Yeah. Go, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, go.
Yeah,
Let's put some
yeah.
furniture in here, get you some obstacles.
I like that one shot of him where he's like, no, he was upset because they made the stunt guy come in and do one shot. Yeah, it was, yeah. Very cool. Camille Rorlich writes, it's crazy to think about the amount of work, engineering, and money that went into creating this one scene. The fact that they built this custom rig for it is amazing and shows that the film industry really does work on a whole different scale. I like that the video covered several of the aspects of filming that are challenged by this system. The stunt fight choreography bit is the one that I find fascinating just because it must have been such a difficult environment to act in. So, yeah. How long did they say they worked on this for? Like, it was a number of weeks.
Yeah, it was a really long time.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember. I remember the 500 crew. Is all I remember.
What was cool is that Levitt, he didn't get cast till like 2 weeks before they started filming. Because I remember it was James
Oh, so he
Franco who
had
was
no
cast in that role who had to drop out for something else.
Oh, so he had no time to train.
Yeah,
That's
no.
pretty amazing.
Oh, whoa.
Way to
Okay.
go, Mr. Levitt.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about the Inception set, Titra?
No, I mean this is enough reason for it to be like one of the most like what is it? They say like one of the most
Well-
unforgettable.
Well, they claim it's like the most brilliant stunt sequence ever of
Yeah.
any film.
A theme.
I think maybe.
I don't know.
I think maybe recently, and this
Yeah.
is probably because of all the resources that went into it.
All
I
the-
wouldn't
All
necessarily
the way
say
to put the effort
ever.
in, right?
They think or
Yeah.
they think it's the neatest set ever built. I don't know.
It makes you wonder what they did with it. Like, did they save it? Could they repurpose it for something else?
Make it
Or
a
is it-
Universal
really-
Park theme ride.
Yeah, Universal Park theme rides. And, I mean, can they repurpose it somehow and redecorate it, use it for?
What was
Oh.
interesting too was in the hallway, it was only like if you slipped, it was at most an 8-foot drop. But then on the offshoot of the like hotel room that they'd go into, that was more like a 30-foot drop.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah, did you catch that? Yeah.
No, I
So It
didn't.
was much more dangerous
you're
in the
right,
actual
yeah.
hotel room part.
Maybe they could use it for like training for stunt training in the future.
Maybe.
I'm still all that money. I'm
We'll
hooked on
see.
saving it.
There you go. Well,
All
that
right.
concludes this segment of the News from the Real World podcast. I'm Quinn.
I'm Jody.
And Atitra.
Join us for segment 2.
Segment 2.
Segment 2.
Oh.
You guys, it's 54 degrees this morning.